Okay, Jamb 2023 question is right before us, and we are to divide 1101001 base 2 by 101 base 2, and we have all these options. So as usual, pause the video, let's try together, have your answer, and after we confirm. Okay, I want to believe that you've been able to try something. Okay, so you can start. You're going to use long division method for this. So long division method will be fine for it, and we see how we can have our answer. So let's just have something to guide us. All right, so cool. And we're going to bring in the first number we have here, and that number is what is 1 1 okay 0 1 0 0 1. Correct? Yeah, 1 1. All right, 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, in base 2, and then we are dividing it with this other number we have here, 1 0 1, all in base 2. So let's start. All right, so if you want to use 101 to divide the whole of this, that will be big, right? So let's look for the first 3 digits of this number. The first 3 digits of this number will be what? The first 3 digits will be 1 1. Okay, 0. So let's work with this first 3 digits. Okay, working with these first 3 digits, we're now going to say 101 comes into 110. How many times? Of course, it will be 1 time. So we have it here, 1 time first. That later we now multiply this 1 times 101. If you multiply that, it's going to give us 101, of course. 101, of course. So the next thing we're going to do will be for us to subtract. We're going to subtract 101 from what we had initially, that was 110. So let's subtract now. 0 1 minus 0 it's not possible, so we're going to borrow 1 from this other one here. When we borrow that one, since they are all in base 2, let's not forget they are in base 2. Since they are all in base 2, when we borrow 1 from this other one here, and that one will be 2, so this place will become 2. We don't need to write it. So okay, that's 2. Now it will now be 2 minus 1, and that will be 1, right? 2 minus 1 will be 1. Here is now 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. No need to write it down. 1 minus is 0. No need to write it down. So okay, let's extend this. So we can bring down this other one here. When we bring down this other one here, that will make it to, or you're gonna have it as 11. You're gonna have it like 11. So we now say 101 comes into this 11. How many times? It's not 0. It's not possible. So it's not possible. So we write down as 0 here, and then we're going to bring down this other 0 as well. So when we bring it down, it will now be 110. Okay, so we now say 101 comes into 110. How many times? It's still gonna be 1 time. So 1 times 101, we're gonna have it as 101. Okay, so we will go ahead to still subtract. And subtracting this, 0 minus this can also, we borrow 1 from here, add up, and it's 2. 2 minus this is 1. Here is 0. If you want to write it, it's fine. If you don't write it, it's still fine. Here is 1. So, and then we will bring down this other 0 here. We're going to bring down this other 0. We bring it down. It will be 0 there. And we now say 1 0 1 comes into that. Of course, it's not possible, so you're going to have our 0. And then when we have our 0, we bring down this other one that was here. Bring it down. When we bring it down, you're going to have, let's extend these guys, you're going to have 1 here. So we now say 101 comes into 101. How many times? It is 1 time. So 1 times 101, we're going to have 101. And then we go ahead to subtract. When we subtract this, we are going to have 101 minus 101, and that will be 0. So let's go and let's check from our answer. Do we have anyone here? Yeah, this was 101001. So option D is the correct option. So if you had D, you are very correct. Very simple. Let's take a recap of this. Just bring in what we were dividing, put it inside, and then our divisor will be outside 101. We picked the first 3 digits. That was 110. We now said 101 comes into 110. How many times? That was 1 time. We multiplied with 101, and this is how we had it. And then we subtracted. When we subtracted it, we had 1 here. So we brought down this other one. When we brought down this one, we had it to be 11. And I say 101 comes into 11. Cannot, we added 0 here. And then we brought down the next 0. That made it to be 110. Now said 101 comes into 110. How many times? And that's 1 time. You now said 1 times 101. That gave us 101. We subtracted. When we subtracted, 0 minus 1 cannot. We borrow 1 from here, added up, it was 2. 2 minus 1 gave us this one, and everything here was 0. And then we brought down this other 0, making it 10. 101 comes into 10. Cannot. We put the 0 here. When we put the 0 here, we brought down the last one. That was 1. That made it 101. And now 101 comes into 101 is 1 time. 1 times 101 is 101. We subtracted, we got 0, and we came here. D was the correct option. Alright, so that is the correct answer. Okay, we proceed in the next example.